Past the sticks. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats.
Oh, no, they seen it. It was already on check. That was already recorded. It was like 30, 35-minute video. So they seen I beat Buddy.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls
go back in the same lobby.
Back to throw, it's Penix. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0.
Chat, man,
you're going to hear guys
man.
after this game say, got to work harder.
Can't leave y'all like that, bro. That's just bad. The best nigga could text, my man. He definitely would. Bro, what is these? I don't know, what is these tokens, bro? What do these tokens do? Like, can somebody? That bitch say sell for 20,000. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know, Chad, man. I think it's my defense that's selling me, bro. Come on. Oh, not really that shitty. I swear to you, every game I've literally flipped playbooks. Like, this is crazy. I have no consistency. I have, bro. It's just like, it be games where I get beat the fuck out of. Not even beat the fuck out of. It's like, when I just get unlucky circumstances, I'm like, bro, I gotta be the playbook. Like one of my playbooks is good for like pass rushing, and one is like the other one I don't really use. They got all the blitzes and all my shit. Great. They got Devin Hester at DB. They didn't even know he played. Yeah, man, Devin Hester, bro. They got his NFL picture up there and everything.
And the Bearcats will put total leather to crank us up.
Watch out for him, man. That bit will take that to the crib on me.
He'll bring it out. It's Jordan.
Yep, so it's over with.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone.
Maybe I need to play.
Line gets set, first down.
I think it's my linebacker.
He's gonna pass. Wasting no time taking a shot. All right. His hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Using the quick game. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QP position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
They got my niggas playing the wrong position.
Trying to find his man on first down. Receiver looks it in.
It's only throwing whip routes.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He'll just keep slinging it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Quickly complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down.
He's addicted to his little whip.
41.
I'm gonna let you pick that shit over. Flat zone right there. Put that shit right there. No.
Comes out throwing on first down. And that
Nice.
ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field
Nigga, I got a ball D at safety.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Offense set on first down. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I don't like how Brock went.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete, a huge stand by the defense.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets him out for the first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
And it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs.
Headed to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Final play of the quarter coming. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Defensively, what a gift. You're trying to force 4th down. You're trying to give up a field goal attempt. You know, not thinking about forcing a turnover. Great job getting the quarterback outside the pocket. He scrambles. You make a big play. Now when you're not giving up a field goal, you get the ball right back to your offense.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made. They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. And he's got it. Touchdown, Sam Houston.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point was good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. He lofts one down the sideline. And he hauls it in inside the 30. All kinds of room to the right. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Razorback! Razorback! And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board, just like that. I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down 1 possession. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires left. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires and picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. Just about a half minute to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lets it fly. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
17, Houston, 14.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Movement here from the tight end. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Toss to the outside. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick. especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Hand off from the shotgun.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. It's on target and complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back to its own in great field position.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He's right on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. The Bearcats want to move quickly. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Looking left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats! And that one will give them the lead.
One of the things I love about this QB as a runner is not just his athleticism, but how tough he is. He can run in between the tackles in the middle of the field, push the pile, break tackles. Linebackers are trying to bring him down. He just keeps his feet driving. That is impressive.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Jordan. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Sam Houston, 21, Arkansas, 17.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much.
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They move on top here in the fourth. This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jordan. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still had a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. Fourth quarter, 2-possession lead, it makes it easy to play defense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away.
You never did go.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down.
You do a 14-0 lead, bitch. What the fuck are you doing?
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
Absolute bum. 14-0. You just absolutely collapse. I mean, you just collapse at the end of the first half. Let me take the lead. How much of a bum are you, dude? I mean, what are you going to do here? It's over.
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with a win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had.